dropped your guard, Howie. Now, when you're boxing, you gotta concentrate. There's no time for daydreaming.
And there's no time for watching the stars or watching girls.
Jab, jab. Okay, now protect yourself. Chin down. Chin down.
Chins up, you makers of war.
What?
Okay, now that's what you get for listening to hecklers. Now, come on.
But I can't see with my head tucked way down there.
Use a little imagination. Folks, why buy a cheap war, which you have to replace every few years, when for a piddling few billions more you can go first class?
Straight
Oh,
up.
my arms are getting tired.
Well, good. That's the only way you get strong, is to keep going after you're tired.
Here's all you have to do. Simply apply Instant Eradicator to all doctors, nurses, churches, hospitals, and colleges.
Okay, DeWitt, knock it off.
And then, once you've rubbed out all the constructive forces of the world,
watch your
you
foot.
can let loose all your handy,
Keep your balance.
sized,
Keep your balance.
controlled,
No, you don't dance around.
population
Just drive in. Drive
and
in.
when they go off,
Drive
the
in.
whole world will light up and say, tilt. And there'll be nobody left to build it up again.
Okay, Gumbeater, you've been giving us a ultimatum for peace for weeks now. Hold it a minute, Howie. There's too much static. So when are you going to finish it so we can have a little of that highly rational, international, eternal peace you've been banging our ears about, huh, buddy?
Just as soon as I make a microscopic study of an exoskeletal blob called Fisticuffsis macauliasis.
Okay, DeWitt, just keep it up and you're going to get an invitation to war instead of an ultimatum for peace.
And there is no time for trying to write a great book or read a great poem. Molly, my mother's going to kill me if I'm late for dinner again. Now, this has to be the last page.
Okay, Lily.
I hope this DeWitt guy's paying you something for typing all this junk.
Well, he writes very well. I've enjoyed it.
Well,
Molly, was Scooter in the ROTC in high school?
Just his freshman year.
writing, there's no time to reach for butterflies. Footnote 147, all quiet on the western front.
What's it, Remarque?
Remarque, Eric Maria.
You know of any other Cordella boys accepted into the paratroopers besides Scooter?
I can't think of any.
You're his girl. Which one of these would you like to see on the front page?
Front page.
Sure, Scooter's still front page. High school football hero, always makes good copy no matter what he does. For a few years.
I don't like either one. I have a snapshot, Danny.
Hey, is this the latest picture, Mr. Muscles?
I guess so. It's been a while since I've heard from him.
Right?
No. I think we have an agreement or something.
Oh, really?
About a month ago, he wrote and said it was okay if I wanted to go out on dates when he was away.
Oh, well, nice.
Yes, but I wish he'd taken out an advertisement in the Courier. I mean, none of the boys in town seem to know that I'm, well, sort of free.
No, but, they know 200 pounds of Scooter Harrison.
Words are the strongest weapons in the world. Not boxing gloves, or zip guns, or nifty hygienic steel-melting alphabet bombs.
Talk, Charlie McCarthy. All talk and no action.
Words are the only world-shaking weapons. They change people's minds. Words about ideas. Words about right and wrong. Words.
Okay, buddy. You just try out some of your world-shaking words on me, and I'll just use my fist, and we'll see whose world gets shaken up.
Rugged boy. After all the toughening up stuff the Army puts everybody through, Scooter's liable to come out on the end of a leash.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Good night, Lillian.
Thanks for proofreading, Lillian.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you a call at home later on, huh?
I think I'll be busy tonight.
Oh?
Tom-Tom's bringing over the last of the manuscript.
Oh. Well, I'll see you in the morning then.
Bye.
I hope DeWitt has a sword that's as mighty as his pen. If Scooter ever comes back to town, I think he's going to need it.
settle down to our old Thursday night routine. Same time, same people, same highway.
How do we bear it, Lois?
Oh, you don't have to steer, honey. Just let the car follow the grooves we've made in the pavement for the last year. Hey! Don't... Drive down to Warrensburg for our chiller-diller, double-decker, frosty freezy cups.
And then we ride back to Cordella for coffee at the windmill.
We've been going steady with these gals too long, Jeff.
Yeah, next way station we come to, let's trade these tired old mares for a couple of fresh young fillies.
Laugh, laugh, laugh.
All right, now. Come on, what do we talk about tonight? Something stimulating.
Did you hear that Ivory Fredrickson finally got the braces off of her teeth?
Really? Did you hear about Shirley Halverson or Paul Dunkel?
Or Judy Stallsborough and Don Kelly?
Or Molly Duncan and Tom DeWitt.
Yeah? No kidding? Well, good for old DeWitt.
Yeah.
Oh, Molly's a great-looking girl. I don't blame him.
Well, I don't blame Molly either. It's no fun to sit at home every night. And Tonto has a wonderful sense of humor.
A lot more courage than I gave him credit for.
Did you know?
I'd heard.
Well, why didn't you say something?
I thought it was none of our business.
I wonder if Scooter knows.
What, do you think we should say something to Tonto?
I know what I'd like to say to him. Well, as you say, it's none of our business, honey.
That's right.
No, Jerry, no, not chili con carne, chili concoction. What's wrong with you? Where's your imagination?
Oh, you jerk. I'm not going to mess up chili like that. That's awful.
What's awful about Worcestershire sauce, cheddar cheese sharp, oyster crackers, chopped onions, peanuts.
Are you kidding? I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. If you and Molly want to eat junk like that, you could just make it. So why don't you just get into the kitchen and make it yourself? All right, Tom. Sounds good. I'm not going to make it.
Come with me, my Sanskrit sweetheart. Together we will conjure up a wild steaming urn of DeWitt's harem chili supreme for my fair Farina. Besides, without you, how can I find the spatula?
Spatula for making chili? Hi, Molly. Hi, Lois. Hi. You look great. Thank you. How are you, too?
All right, all right, all right.
That knitting for Scooter? Yeah, It's been a long time.
Oh, yeah, it's been a while. What do you hear from Scooter?
I hear Scooter's trying to get in the paratroopers.
Yes, he's been accepted.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought I told you about
Hey,
that.
that's wonderful. I wish you'd do something to make me proud of you.
I guess it'll be front page tomorrow.
Got a new singing dishwasher?
Where you been keeping yourself? We lost track.
Listen, why don't you come over and sit with us?
Abdullah, if this secret love potion works on Farina, I hope I'll let you live to embrace your 50th wife.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Tom.
Oh, hi.
Tell him what you call this stuff.
Polygamy porridge. Just like that ordinary garden variety Hushy's hash my mother used to make for a bridge club. How much?
Well, I don't know, because regular chili is about,
Here. Will this cover it?
oh, yeah, that's funny.
Come on, Molly. This stuff ferments rapidly. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
See you later, Tom.
Have fun. See ya.
know, I see a lot of guys in here, but he really tickles me. Well, what are you also... Look, I don't let just any guy in the kitchen and fool around anytime...
Jerry.
No! I have a right just like anybody else, even if I don't go to college. I like Tom coming, and I don't blame Molly for feeling the same way. It's no fun sitting around the house month after month with nothing to do. Don't you remember how it was when you were young?
Boy, this chili is, awful.
Oh, it is not. It's good.
How can you stand it?
You know what it tastes like? Curry. East Indian curry.
Curry, huh? Yeah. Hey. Must be the shredded coconut.
See, I told you.
Chicago boy. Tell me, pretty miss, as long as you have this consuming desire to crush me in your arms, why did you bring me here? Cordella girl, giggling shyly. Giggle, giggle. This picture postcard, town all around, park, is the scene of many tender childhood memories, like Easter egg hunts, band concerts, and marriage proposals. Chicago boy. Oh? Cordella girl. There was Chug Chug Charlie, and Cheapskate Charlie, and Chivalrous Charlie. Chicago boy. And how about Charlie Champion, also known as PFC, football star? Cordella girl.
Well, I'm afraid Scooter never got that far.
Now look, about that typing. I'm going to pay you for it, only I'm a little short.
No charge for that. Why, someday you might be a famous writer, and I could tell everybody in town I typed your first famous manuscript.
Me, 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 me. La, 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 la.
Come on and dance with me. Hey, did you ever run barefoot through a frog pond at midnight? Okay, here we go. Fish asleep with their eyes open. Ever notice?
I'll lay it on the line for you, buddy. Molly is Scooter Harrison's girl. You don't know Scooter, I do.
Why, Daddy Warbucks. Did you wait up just to tell me that?
Listen, wiseacre. There's nothing funny about it. Scooter'd murder you.
Thanks for the cookies and milk you left on the kitchen table, Daddy. You're keen.
If he hears about you dating Molly, he's just liable to come back here.
Look, Dad. Now that I'm 43 years old, don't you think I deserve more than a 25-cent a week allowance?
Okay, DeWitt, it's your neck, not mine.
Well, if worse comes to worse, it makes me feel warm and cozy to know I've a big daddy who'll pick up the pieces and send them back to Chicago. Collect. Nighty-night.
DeWitt? Don't forget to say your prayers.
You're gonna need all the help you can get. Nighty-night.
Cordella Courier, good afternoon. Yes, she is. Who may I say is calling? Oh? All right. Molly? Says his name's Charlie Chicago. Can't get me at the wet.
Hello?
I can't say much. I'm being watched. Just listen. Tonight, same place, same time. Oh, yeah. Bring your dancing shoes. I gotta go.
Hey, wait. Just a minute, I can't. Oh, I'd love to, but I can't. Well, I've got to finish your typing or you'll never make your deadline. Again. And I've got to get some sleep.
Don't kid me. You're just scared of me because I'm from Chicago and I wear purple shoes.
Oh, Tom, I'd love to, but I just couldn't.
Miss Candy?
No, thanks.
Tomorrow? Gosh, I haven't been in a John boat in ages. I got to pick up my folks in the afternoon. We'd never make it back in time.
You know, boys are funny. Sometimes I think they'd rather be with each other than with girls. Well, I don't care. I've got lots of time.
Well, if I go out with you tomorrow morning, how am I going to...
Anyway, I think it's wrong for a girl to go stay with the first boy that comes along, don't you?
Okay, what the heck? It's a deal, Charlie. I'll pick you up at 8 a.m. sharp, okay?
Wait. I can't make it at 8. I always swim across the river at 8. Better make it at 9.
Okay, big liar. 9 it is. I'll pick you up, but I've got a million things to do, okay? Bye-bye. Gianni, something's just come up. Most of my work is done, and the rest I can finish on Monday. Can I take the rest of the afternoon off?
Sure. Everything all right?
Oh, everything's fine. Thanks a lot. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.
Hey, do you think Scooter really gave her permission to go out on dates while he's in the Army? I mean, it sure doesn't sound like him.
He may have. But I wonder how much he meant it.
I know the things aren't supposed to be ready until tomorrow, but I'm going to be busy tomorrow morning, and I won't have time.
No, I'll take a look in the back.
Calvin, the most important thing is the red dress and the pink gabardine shorts.
Sure.
If I could just have them by today. I'll pay for them now if you like.
Pop? A Saturday pickups in the back. Pop.
Saturday bundles are behind rack 4. Well, they always are. The Richie Masters got himself a girl. Black grease on his cuffs from his bicycle. Red grease on his lapels from his girlfriend.
Pop, which rack did you say?
4! Yeah. Clothes can tell you a lot about people. Murray Tanner was in this morning to pick up 2 suits. Banker's gray. Charcoal, they call it now. Good material, too. So I says, how'd you enjoy your trip to Cleveland?
You sure did look surprised, didn't he, Bob?
How on earth you know I've been in Cleveland, he said. Simple, Mr. Tanner. 2 theater stubs in your inside pocket. I can even tell you what hotel you stayed at, and how long, how much gasoline you used. He said he could use me in credit and collection.
Credit and collection. Are these yours?
That's right, the red dress and pink shorts.
Yeah. Clothes can tell you a lot about people. Like the Bradys. Always tell how they've been getting along by the color dresses she wears.
Pop, could we put a rush on these?
Come back before closing time.
Thanks, Mr. Lester.
If Mrs. Brady's been wearing red, they've been fighting. Been wearing pastels. They've been hitting things off okay. We lock that door at 6 sharp.
Thanks, Mr. Lester. Calvin?
Right. Yep. Well, sure do tell you a lot about people, don't they, Pop?
Molly, you ordered
ordered that yarn from me weeks ago, but you haven't been by to pick it up. You're still knitting that sweater for Scooter, aren't you?
Yes, but
Oh, honey, you don't know how lucky you are to have someone to knit for. Why, when my husband was alive, I was just busy all the time, knitting sweaters and mufflers and socks. And oh my, how he did appreciate them. You remember Mr. Davis, don't you?
yes, I was awfully young, but...
Oh, yes, of course you were. Well, he was a quiet man. People used to say that I wouldn't let him get a word in edgewise. He was a wonderful man. Of course, we knew each other all our lives. We went all the way through school together, just like you and Scooter. And when I was a young girl, oh, I know it seems impossible that an old plow horse like me ever could have been your age, but I was. And everyone used to say that Will Davis and I were just made for each other. If we didn't get married, it would just break the town's heart. And you know, I never regretted a moment of it either. Well, now, why don't you stop by the shop tonight and pick up that yarn? I could help you finish the sweater. We'd have it done in no time.
Well, thank you very much, Mrs. Davis, but I'm busy tonight.
Oh.
Well, if you will excuse me...
Oh, I know. You have a million things to do, and I've talked the arms right off you. Well, you know me, biggest talker in town. Get busy on that sweater for Scooter now.
Well, thank you.
Sorry, we're all out of oyster crackers and shredded coconut. Hot. Tom Tom's crazy chili special. You back for more?
No, I think I'll settle for just a hamburger and a cup of coffee.
He's kind of a cute boy. DeWitt's Harem Chili Supreme. Do you know that I thought he was kidding? You know, I can usually tell with guys, you know, when they're kidding around or not. A lot of guys kid around, but it's different, you know? Trying to be smart instead of funny. Here, you want some cream?
No, thanks, Jerry. Just allow me.
Like Freddie Gage. Do you know Freddie?
Oh, I don't think so. Jerry...
Well, every time he comes in here, it's the very same thing. Well, yesterday, he just went too far. Do you know what he did? You're right back. Well, you doing the same thing?
I guess not. I am in a hurry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Your hamburger. What's the matter with me?
That's right, Pop. One of the first things those big city cops look for in a murdered guy's clothes, the laundry and cleaning marks.
Well, I ran into Molly Duncan downtown, and you know, she's looking a little tired. I just hope she isn't working too hard down at the Courier. I was telling her about Mr. Davis. You remember what a wonderful man he was, Iona.
Oh, yes, I always thought the world of Mr. Davis.
Well, I was lucky to have gotten him, I can tell you that. Thank heavens I listened to what people told me.
Hi, Arlene. Wonderful invention, Grapes. Helps restore the tissues, revitalizes the blood. 21 cents, cash sale. Now, Miss Dobson, get to work with Corn Pone. Hi. Hi, Camel Jean. Bye, Mrs. Dobson. Ma'am. See you later, Ryan.
Well, I just hope Molly Duncan is as smart as she is pretty. You'd have to go a long way to find a better young man than Scooter Harrison.
Just because I'm on my own and not engaged or anything, that ape starts getting ideas. He's not the only one. The woods are just full of them. You're not one of their Sunday go-to-meeting group. Boy, they don't let you forget that.
Emery Haskins been a fighter all his life. Knew every fight he'd ever been in. What part of town it happened in. Put that old tweed jacket of his together 10, 15 times a year. We finally gave up.
Scooter Harrison and his folks are about the nicest people in this town, if you ask me.
But, you know, you can't please everyone. So you might as well just do what you enjoy doing and please yourself, right?
Do you remember that great big rip in Mr. Schneier's top coat? You just know that didn't come from getting a caught in a nail, like he said.
And I'll never forget how good and kind they were to me when Mr. Davis was taken from me.
No, Tom doesn't look down his nose at you the way the rest of them do. Like they're just waiting for you to mispronounce a word or something.
Bloodstains all over the front of his suit. Common ordinary nosebleed, huh?
It's a time like that when you know who your real friends are, I can tell you.
They never say anything to your face. The minute your back is turned...
If Earl Spivey had stayed here in Cordella where he belonged, he wouldn't have had no common, ordinary nosebleed.
A lot of people in this town have just forgotten about me, but not the Harrisons. Oh, boy.
Seen every kind of stain there is.
I would do anything I could to help the Harrisons if they needed me.
Every kind of rip and tear, too.
If I was a man, I'd show some of the crummy snobs in this town exactly what I thought of them.
Even a bullet hole. You can bet your life I'm going to see plenty more of them.
And if anyone in this town thinks otherwise, they've got another thing coming.
I'd show that whole stupid bunch of them just where they could go.
Because some people just ask for trouble.
Cordella Courier, good afternoon. DeWitt, is this you again? What's the matter? Did Molly stand you up? DeWitt?
Who is this?
Oh, isn't this... Well, I mean, it's Lillian. Who,
Oh, Lillian, hi. This is Scooter.
Oh, Scooter! Oh, golly, I'm sorry. I thought you were... I mean, that DeWitt guy's been calling here so many... I guess you want to talk to Molly, huh? Well, she isn't here. She left early today. Where are you?
Vermilion, Indiana, and a payphone. Look, there's no answer at my house, so would you call my folks later and tell them that I got a couple days delay en route and I'm hitchhiking home? I should be in tomorrow morning sometime.
Something mean and ugly crops out in people every now and again. Just got to see some blood. Always was that way. Always will be. Just can't change human nature.
That's right, Pop.
Can't change human nature at all.
Take the pits out of the olives so his son wouldn't have olive trees growing in his stomach, because his son always swallowed the olives whole and got stomach aches.
Hey, Tom.
What?
I want to talk to you.
Did you hear that, Mama?
About what?
Hear what, Alma Jean?
Well, never mind. It's important.
What Tom said about stuffed olives.
Well, look, I'm pretty late already. What is it?
I heard him. He's a caution, isn't he?
I can't tell you in here. Why not?
Because... Will you quit being so darn stupid? It's...
Excuse me, boys.
It's about Scooter and...
Are you still on that kick, we'll call it?
Virgil, did you hear what Tom said about how they got started making stuffed olives?
Quit kidding around, Tom. This is serious.
Yeah, I heard him. Never did care much for stuffed olives myself.
Well, okay, then. Speak up. I have no secrets from my friends and creditors. Right, Mr. Dobson?
Right. Too bitter for my taste. I like the ripe ones better. Okay, DeWitt, I'll give it to you straight. Scooter just got in town. Now, you gotta call off your picnic date with Molly and duck out of sight.
Hold it. Hold it. Wait a minute. I mean, you are kidding, aren't you, Wesley?
Well, now would you look at that? They were right here all the time.
Well, you're nuts if you think he doesn't already know about you taking... Excuse me, boys. Molly out? You're really looking for her when you take her out when he's in town.
Yes, Mother.
Don't yes, Mother me, DeWitt. I'm trying to tell you the facts of life.
Here's what you meant.
Smoked oysters and marinated artichoke hearts. That's right, Mrs. Dobson. Perfect.
I'm telling you, for your own good. This isn't Chicago where you don't even know your next-door neighbor. This is Cordella.
Alma Jean, remember that fancy salesman who sold us all these things? Said he came all the way from New York.
You just don't take out somebody's steady girl in this town.
Uh-huh. He was sure funny.
And especially you don't take out somebody's steady girl when the guy's in the army.
I felt kind of sorry for him. He said he hadn't filled a single order in the whole town.
And even more especially, you don't take out somebody else's girl right in front of him unless you're looking for trouble.
Remember him, Virgil?
Sure do. Said he guessed this town didn't take kindly to city folk.
Well, don't take my word for it.
That ought to do it, Mrs. Dobson. How much do I owe you?
Just ask anybody here.
Alma Jean, you trim that lettuce your father bought this morning? Well, try to unpack that crate of rhubarb, will you, honey?
Isn't that right, Mr. Dobson? Tell DeWitt about Cordella. Tell him how the rules are different here than they are in Chicago.
Well, I don't know much about Chicago, but things are sure different in a small town, all right. One of these days, I'm just going to pack up Alma Jean and Iona, and we're going to move on up to Wheeling or Pittsburgh. Find out what it's like living in the city.
Oh, you're always saying that, Daddy, but we'll never move out of Cordella, and you know it.
Now, don't you be too sure, young lady. Remember when I had that train scheduled to Cincinnati? I guess maybe you were too young.
Oh, I do too remember it, Daddy. But that was because they were going to have the World Series games in Cincinnati.
I'm just telling you, for your own good, it's no skin off my nose.
478. Oh, and 69.
Just go out there and tell Molly you can't make.
Can I charge this, Mrs. Dobson?
Why, of course.
Thank you.
You can lie low on the elephant for a couple of
Wait a minute. Let me see if I get this straight. I'm supposed to lie cringing in the stinking bilge of our happy little houseboat while you take your trusty slingshot and stall off Goliath Harrison and his mob of Cordella Philistines. Is that it? Thanks, buddy, but no thanks. No bunch of cruddy, antediluvian small-town rules is running my social life. No, sir. Not this century.
Okay, but don't come crying to me for help. I warned you.
Hey, Wes, Mr. Stott wants you over at the station.
Thanks, Mother Hubbard. I really appreciate that. And you can quit worrying about me now, because as long as Cordella girl wants to go out with Chicago boy, he's going to date her this morning, tonight, tomorrow, and every night and morning from now until they ration gas again. And nobody in Cordella or Chicago or Chickamauga's going to stop him.
Go ahead, I don't care. I just hope I'm around to see you get it, that's all.
And a pleasant day to you too, Mr. Macaulay. Thanks for letting me use your ramp boat, Mr. Stott.
Make sure you bring it back in one piece. Hey, Wes, I'm not paying you to sell groceries for Dobsons.
Okay, Mr. Stott. Save me a ringside seat, DeWitt. I don't want to miss one of your agonizing groans.
What did he say?
He said, bon voyage. Happy journey. Have a ball. Come on, you Richie. I'll race you up to earth. For crying out loud, don't look back.
Darn stupid guy.
Gee, Daddy, this looks like about the best rhubarb we've had around here for a long time.
Uh-huh.
Scooter, how are you? How long are you going to be around? Hey, Pop, you remember Scooter Harrison?
Oh, Scooter.
Mr. Lester?
Scooter's going into the paratroopers, Pop. Oh, hey, Scooter, you were in the Courier yesterday, right on the first page.
Yeah, Mom showed me.
Yeah. When'd you get into town?
This morning.
You gonna be around for long?
A couple days, maybe.
Well, have you seen Molly or Jeff?
Hey, Scooter! Welcome home.
Hi, Scooter. You look wonderful. Jeff's down at the bowling alley.
Where's Molly?
I'll see you later, Scooter.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Lester.
Where you headed, Scoot?
Just around.
I guess I just better go have lunch with my dad. He's buying.
Okay.
Take it easy now, Scooter.
Calvin,
Yeah.
we better take Dobson's cleaning over to him before we go to lunch.
That's not due to Monday, is it?
That's all right. Customers appreciate a little extra service.
Hey, the manuscript. I forgot all about it.
It's in the car, finished.
Oh, great. You are hereby promoted to the head of the DeWitt stenographic pool.
Thank you. And now I suppose that I've finished your typing, I won't see you anymore?
That's right. Now that you know that I'm only a mortal, I've got to find a younger, naiver secretary.
Oh, come on, be serious.
What would you do if Scooter came back to town?
Well, this is just the nicest surprise. Of course, we read all about your being accepted into the paratroopers, but we certainly never expected you... Oh, will you listen to me rattling on like some noisy old steam engine when you have a million things to do and people to see? Get Molly to bring you over to the knit shop tonight and take a look at the beautiful sweater she's knitting for you.
I'll try and do that, Mrs. Davis.
And make her stop working so hard. Have you noticed how she's getting so tired and drawn about the eyes?
No. Well, of course, I haven't seen her yet, Mrs. Davis.
Oh. Well, when you do, you tell her I said she's much too pretty a girl for that.
I'll do that, Mrs. Davis.
Nice to see you again,
Nice
Scooter.
to see you again, Mrs. Davis.
I wonder if I remembered to give that sweater pattern to Mr. Dobson yesterday.
Hi, Scooter. How are you?
Fine, Danny. How's yourself?
Oh, I can't complain.
Say, thanks for that story you did about me. It was real nice.
Well, you've always been good cop.
I'm gonna get some gum. I'll be back in a second.
Jerry.
Hi, Scooter. I didn't know you were back.
Hiya, Jerry. How's it going?
Well, just great. You coming in for some coffee? Cream and 2 sugars, I still remember.
Thanks, but I'm in kind of a hurry.
Oh, sure, I understand. Well, see you around.
Right. I'll see you later, Danny.
Okay, Scooter. You take care of yourself.
I'm gonna take my lunch or announce it later. Jerry, wait for me.
Danny, I may be a little bit late getting back to the office.
Here, Pop. Hello, Paul. Well, Danny, what are you waiting for? If you don't hurry, there won't be a decent seat left.
Trim that jib, matey! Trim the jib! Here they come now!
Yeah, but can't you make this craft go any faster? I gotta pick up my folks by 1 o'clock.
You are now the prisoner of Blue Bear, king of the pirates.
Where's the Blackbeard? 4 and 20 Blackbeards baked into a pie. When the pie was open, they blacked out both his eyes.
Land ho! Half mile off the starboard bow. Man your battle station, stand by for action.
All cowards have 5 minutes and 38 seconds to get below.
Hi, honey. What brings you down here?
You?
Have you seen Molly this morning?
Uh-huh.
Where's Tom?
Don't talk to me about DeWitt. I'm trying to forget I ever knew him.
Into the valley of death rode the 300.
Uh-oh, here they come.
Kill the motor, Captain.
I think I'll call Jeff.
Cannons to the left of them. Cannons to the right of them. Cannons around them, cannons behind them, cannons all over them.
They said Jeff left the bowling alley about 5 minutes ago.
Here you are, Tom Tom. Let's hope there aren't too many mistakes.
I'm sure the only serious mistakes were put there by the author.
Cut that out. Well, if everyone believed the way you do, there wouldn't be any fighting.
Yeah, well, I'll see you. When I see you.
Bye.
Hey, Molly.
Yes?
So long.
I had a wonderful time. Bye.
Look who's here.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Shh, Mama.
Hey, Tom. Do you know where I can find that?
Howie, come here a minute.
Okay, just a second. I just want to ask Tom.
Now!
Okay. What is it?
Just stay here.
What are they going to do?
Shh, Mama.
Hi. I'm Tom DeWitt.
Scooter Harrison.
Boy, this town is really something, isn't it? I thought witch hunts and poison pen letters and vigilantes went out with the Dark Ages. But boy, in this town, they're real. Modern, 20th century.
What'll it be, Danny?
What? Oh, check the battery, will you, Wes?
Right, you know it's the same way in the Army. There, a rumor starts, and then overnight it's over the whole camp.
Guess it won't be long now, huh, Pop?
And just because I broke Sleeping Beauty's spell before a paratrooper prince put in an appearance, the whole town expects you to come down here and plant one on my nose.
As a matter of fact, you know, I sent her a letter telling her that
Jeff, he's Scooter's cousin, Pop.
Hi, it's Scooter.
Jeff, hi.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Kind of figured you'd be back. What did you say, DeWitt?
I said, good afternoon, Mr. Ridley. How are you this afternoon, Mr. Ridley? Why don't you tie up your horse and stay a while, Marshal?
Well, that's very funny, DeWitt, but take it easy.
Scooter.
What do you mean, take it easy? You don't know what this guy's been doing behind your back.
Hold it, Jeff. Now there's 2 against 1 stuff, huh?
Wes bunks with this clown.
Let's just keep the sides even.
See what I mean? You try and have a little private conversation, right away it's everybody's business.
Shut up, DeWitt. Don't make things any worse.
Any worse? Are you kidding? Get out of here, will you, Macaulay? I don't need you.
Wes, are you standing with this Chicago wise guy?
I guess that's the way it is.
Oh, wait a minute, Wes. The way
Scooter, will you listen a minute? He's not responsible for what he does. He just doesn't know...
I haven't done anything to apologize for, and I haven't done anything
Scooter,
for
don't
you to
listen to that stuff. He knew very well what he was doing.
Jeff,
everybody in the town knows it.
Don't say anything. We're both going to be sorry.
Sorry for you saw them. How would you feel if you were away and he started making time with Irene?
Let's just keep Irene out of it,
You'd feel
okay?
exactly the same way I would if he started cutting in on Lois.
Okay, so all right, but it's none of our business. It's...
Okay, right. It's between the two of them. I just don't want to see this Chicago blowhard weasel out of the responsibility for what he's been doing.
Look, Scooter, don't listen to Jeff. He's wrong about Tom. Tom wouldn't...
Hold it.
Anything.
I don't need you to fight my battles for me, Macaulay. Mr. Paratrooper and I have an understanding, and just because you and his pug ugly buddy are dying to see a fight doesn't mean that we're going to get...
What's it, Ridley?
How about it, Scooter? He's begging for it. How about it?
Yeah, look, I'm not going to let any rinky-dink town tell me what to do. Why shouldn't I see Molly? It's natural. It's normal.
Tell me,
Sure,
shut
tell
up.
him about it.
You too. Now just
Tell him all about it. He's been out of town. If he'd have been here, you wouldn't have had the guts to say her name out loud.
Look, it isn't your fault you got drafted, right? I mean, I know you know these happy people standing around here right now. I mean, I know they were the same people that cheered you through many a touchdown in high school. You don't have to play high school hero now, do you? You don't need that high school stuff anymore, do you, right?
Scooter, he's begging for it.
Look, you don't want to fight and I don't want to fight, right? So why should we let these 2-bit bloodthirsty crumbs get us into some kind of rhubarb over a girl?
Shut up!
Especially a nice girl like Molly. What the heck? It's a free country, isn't it? So let's just forget it.
Anybody got anything to say? Well, I do. I'm sorry. I like these boys. We shouldn't have made them fight. We always remember who's a town drunk or who's a hero or who's an old maid. But it's bad to make a person always be what he was. And it's bad to mix in other people's lives. And we shouldn't make boys fight any time. There was this young boy next to me during the war. He told me his daddy wouldn't even let him touch a gun before. He said his folks didn't believe in killing. Well, we helped kill that young boy. All of us did. I'm sorry, Iona. But it's like this any place in the world. We talk about it, and we joke about it, and then when it happens, we just watch it. And in all the world, boys are killed in wars. Just the same as we made these boys fight and watched while they hurt each other. Well, we shouldn't do that. Fighting only hurts.
After this message, a few scenes from next week's It's a Man's World.
Mr. Cleary?
Now, in regard to your idea about reworking old accounts, Howard.
I have to quit.
I got no appetite. Haven't had a bite of food all day.
Gee, Mr. Stott, you look pretty good.
What do you got all twisted up there, Howie?
Oh, it's a magazine I brought for you.
Oh, I've been working since I was 12 years old. Never missed a day.
Mr. Cleary's never missed a day of work either, and he's older than you are.
Here, take this back. I've already read this issue.
Gee, I'm sorry.
Doggone kids.
Well, how come you quit Mr. Cleary and went to work for Stott?
Mr. Stott offered me the job, so I took it.
And just gave Mr. Cleary the brush off, is that it?